Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Ryan. I just wanted to hop on and clarify a couple things before we got into the episode. First thing being is that this episode was actually filmed back in March. So there are players that we did draft that have transferred out, and we have some players that we didn't have the chance to draft that have transferred in over the last 2 months. But regardless, we really enjoyed making this episode and we wanted to share it with you. I just finished up editing it and I did also have to edit out some March Madness comments. So clearly, this has been an episode in the making and we really hope you enjoy it. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Hello and welcome back to another special off-season episode of the Texas Private School Podcast. As always, I am one third of your hosting crew, Wes Tolleson, joining you from beautiful Frisco, Texas, not my typical location. Walker Lott and Ryan Schroeder, as always, call in from College Station, and actually not Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, a little bit northeast in beautiful New York, New York. Mr. Schroeder, being in probably the most unique location out of the three of us, number
Mm.
one. What are you doing in New York? Number two, your thoughts on the country of Belgium.
I was saying hi to my good friend Jack Klosek. We just kind of been hanging out for a couple hours. No, we played the Nets last night, which was good. We held them. I think the stat was like the least amount of points they've had in a half in franchise history. So that was pretty abysmal. But besides that, just been chilling. And yeah, on the thoughts of Belgium, sometimes I question the tax efforts of the people in Belgium and where it's actually going. But that will just keep that between me and you.
That's fair. Hopefully we don't have any Belgian fans. I haven't looked at our metrics in a while, but I think we have like one in Chile, and that's really our only international
Good,
uh,
good.
sponsorship. If you know, you know. Walker Lott, I will now cut to you. Things in College Station, I hope are going well. We have
Yeah.
been in a brief hiatus since basketball, but basketball state number one was a very fun time. I should have mentioned that off the rip. We had a great time. Got to bring Jaden and Creighton down with us. It was really, really fun. But how have you been since that time frame, and how are you looking forward to the event we're about to unveil?
I'm doing good. It was fun. Yeah, basketball state was fun. I remember leaning over to you at one point and just being like, I forget how fun these are, right? They go by quick. They're fast paced. The crowds are always hype. It's loud. It's a good state championship environment. So always shout out to them. Games were fun. Nothing really close down to the wire wise, but still very fun games. Guys got to show out, and the Division One guys were the 5 stars were 5 stars type of guys. So very fun times. A&M's College Station is doing good. A&M is right now up in the March Madness tournament in the round one versus St. Mary's. So if that changes, College Station might be sad. But overall, life's good, doing good. Yeah, that's basically it.
They might. Duke narrowly survived
Yeah.
Siena this afternoon. I was not in great shape for a brief period of time. We did make it through that. Howard was close with Michigan for a while, so I don't really understand why Michigan's not catching the same flack that Duke did, albeit we'll see. Duke's great.
Hey,
They
speaking of your Duke Blue Devils, your arch rivals North Carolina is tied with VCU right now.
I actually have that right now. So if you see my eyes like flick up a little bit, just full transparency, I'm watching March Madness. It's the first day of the tournament. I have to. It should be a federal holiday, but we'll get
I agree.
there at some point. All that being said, it's the off season, so we have to find ways to continually get you all content. We actually haven't done this in a couple of years, and I floated it as an idea last night. We decided to run with it. We are bringing back the Texas Private School Media Fantasy Football Draft Edition 2. I feel like I should probably say I don't think fantasy football even constitutes as gambling or anything like that. Don't wager on high school football, as I've
Oh
said more than
my.
a few times. But this was really fun last time. We actually got a lot of engagement out of it. I actually won a Southwest Chicken Club sandwich off of Walker because the community voted.
Oh
It said
yeah.
that my team was better. I think that's mainly just because more members of my team were active on social media, and that's actually the exact slant I'm taking again this year. All that being said, the rules are very, very simple. We are literally just taking all the prospects from, I guess, incoming 2030s count as well. 2030s freshmen now?
Yeah, in class, yeah,
That's
class of
Yeah,
23.
Unc.
yeah, no, I am Unc. Oh, I don't like to think about that. Okay, so basically, not going to be many incoming 2030s because honestly, I know of like two. But for the most part, 27s, 28s, and 29s, basically just build the best team. All of you know how fantasy draft works. We're going to do a snake, I'm assuming. I guess we're
Yep.
kind of coming up with this on the fly. We'll do a
Sure.
snake draft. For some reason, Mr. Schroeder campaigned really hard
Yep.
to be the first pick. So I guess, Walker, we're going to let him do that.
Sure, why not?
Okay, I call second pick.
I give
Actually,
it.
you know what?
Nope,
You
you
know
already
what?
called it.
No,
You
no,
called
actually,
Yeah,
it.
I'll go
he
third. I'll go
wants the
third.
middle slot.
No, I'll go third.
No, you didn't. You said you'll be
It's
second. That's awesome, man. Happy for you. I'll be
Do you
third.
want to take third?
Yeah, I want the back to back.
Okay, let's coin flip for it.
Oh wow. This is a lot. It's a lot for a
Hey
Heads,
draft.
Siri, flip a coin.
heads.
It's tails.
I didn't see proof of that.
It, I heard him.
Tails.
I fine. All right, whatever. I'll take the second pick.
Womp womp.
Okay, so
Alrighty.
basically, we're gonna go through this. Ryan Schroeder, yeah, take us away.
All right. With the first official pick of the 2026 TXPS Media Draft, I was talking with them and I said, do I take the easiest pick or do I just take the best offensive player? I'm gonna take the best player in general. Let me get 2027 Liberty's Cooper Witten.
So are you gonna put him at linebacker or wide receiver?
Do I have to distinguish?
I'm gonna say
Yes.
yes.
Whoa, that might change my pick.
Okay.
You do have to pick.
It's more to just show love to other guys who can be on the board, not really.
Yeah. Okay, actually, I have no more talent at other positions, so I actually will keep that pick and I'll just go Cooper Witten, linebacker.
Okay. Cool. Wes
I'm
Tolleson.
in a weird spot here. I'm not gonna lie.
Ah,
There's so many options. There's so much talent, and I know it sounds like I'm stalling for time. That's partially because I am. Um, oh, I don't know if I actually want to do it. I might just go with the pure ball knower play here. Usually I go for the good receivers. You know what? You know what? With the first overall pick, I'm gonna take I'm gonna take Kanan Smith from Prestonwood
mm,
for the second overall
Build
pick.
through the line, the
That's what I'm
trenches.
saying. That's the mindset I took into last year. I think the first pick, or not last year, 2 years ago, it was one of like it was the guy from TVS, I think, the
Oh,
insanely tall back, Will
yeah.
Scott.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Will
Will
Scott.
Scott. I'm running that back this year. I know how ball works.
Awesome. All right. Okay. I am a lineman at heart, but I know you got to make the touchdowns, right? That's the number one option. And so I'm going to the guys that make that happen. And so for back-to-back picks, I'm going quarterback Jack Devine, QB1 in this cycle, and running back Wayne Shanks.
that's good.
Hmm.
It's very good.
Yeah, that's all. That's good. Okay. And hang on, I deleted the
I mean, that's
spreadsheet.
two MVPs now on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you had back-to-back picks. None of us have picked twice yet, so how about we just chill out?
Okay. Just saying.
Okay, so Divine and Shanks are off the board. Um,
I'm just gonna
I
pick the opposite of you on this.
so with my second pick, I'm going to take Sidney Rolu from Brook Hill, the 27 offensive lineman
It's a great
from
pick.
Canada.
I actually
Sydney
the
Rowan.
all alignment is kind of infuriating me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not even
You're
not
gonna look up and we're gonna run six counter down your throat.
okay. I'm just gonna take best available athlete at this point. I'm gonna go another defensive side of the ball, and I honestly think that I'm just getting value on the defensive side of the ball, which is ideal.
Cap.
I'm gonna take Jackson Coleman. Oh,
Wow.
I
and,
like
and
that.
then I swing again. Okay, okay, hold on. This is actually gonna work in my favor.
Cap.
So, ooh, gosh. Okay. So he doesn't take all of them. I gotta ride with my dude. Give me Jude Womack.
Come on.
Yeah, he's not gonna take all of them. I was gonna
Is
go
he?
athlete, but I'm
By
gonna
the way,
sit.
Jude Womack, future four-star offensive lineman.
Dude, he's
That's what I
looking
was saying.
like it.
I was about to snag him.
He's looking like it,
That
man.
would have been an insane top three. That would have been disgusting. You would never have picked him for your third. You just did that to spite me.
No, no,
I get
no.
that. That is also your guy.
Genuinely, I was going to pick him around, but you were going for a lineman, and so I did think that necessarily, yes, that I had to pick him sooner than later.
I remember the first year we did this, I actually took, I think, probably like 2.5 hours beforehand and actually developed like a strategy. And it's vastly different this time because I basically am going into this blind. It is different that I am employed now, but I'm just kind of making a hodgepodge team as I go. But that being said, I think with my next pick, I kind of forgot that we were having to do defense as well. But that being said, I'm going to go with Ryan Powers from Fort Worth All Saints. Maybe the best defensive performance I saw this year. The first game against Paris. That dude, he's a freak.
That, with all due respect,
It's not.
kind of crazy
No, it's not crazy.
because I'll take the guy on his same team and his same
That
defensive
Kingston,
line. Yeah, Kingston Buyer. I'm taking
I,
him.
he's a
I
man.
that's who I wanted to take instead of Jude, but I think,
I think he's D line one in
yeah,
private school next year,
He is,
in
but
my
it's
opinion.
it's it's complete. It's a completely different like
Yes,
vibe. Like
one's
it's
an
a
edge rusher,
yeah,
one's an inside interior guy. But you saw even with it 2 sacks in the state championship. I mean, a dominant performance in the semifinals. Kingston Fire takes all the just every double team out there so Ryan Powers can do his thing. That's my logic there.
I
Um,
like the versatilities that Powers brings.
that's fair. That's very fair. All right, going back to me. Now it's fun. Okay, now I have to think through this. I think I'm going to keep going offense. And I'm gonna do, I think honestly, for me specifically, I think is my wide receiver one going into next year for private school. And I think that's Gabe Starling.
The right
Um,
answer.
I think he is going to be wide receiver one. The size advantage that others just don't have is what makes him special. And he's also athletic as heck. He can make every play. His route running was solid, and I mean the Hail Mary in the state championship is enough, or in the semifinals, to where he just there's guys who just are difference makers on the field, and he's one of them. So, and you have Jack Devine throwing him the football. I mean that's downright disgusting.
Crazy.
Wes Tolleson, back to you.
All right. Let me see where we're at. The guy that's gonna be running behind these mountainous offensive linemen, that's gonna be Corell Buckhalter Jr. from Liberty
mm,
Christian. Lightning rod, kind of like maybe a smaller Chase Garnett, in my opinion, also of Liberty Christian. I'm got a strategy in mind building this team, and I really like if I can get two more guys I can set the edge and just get
Yeah.
Buckhalter on the perimeter. I think it'll lead to victory.
all right. I'm about to I'm about to hit the same type of pick here in terms of we're going with two guys from the same school here, all right? With my next pick, I'm gonna pick my running back, Jacoby Dixon from the John Cooper School,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna swing right back around and I'm gonna pick another John Cooper School guy, and I'm gonna go get Jake Sneed.
That's tight end one.
I from my perspective, I think just taking both of them off the board is such an elite strategy. I mean, that's like I one fell swoop just took John Cooper School from you. Like, think about that.
No, you actually didn't, which is the funny thing. But
Okay.
also, my concern would be if Dixon can stay on the field. We know how good he is if he plays, but I
Mm,
think
I
it's a
think there's
question
a
mm,
mark.
I think he
mm.
came in very hurt from his time at wherever uh
Brian Brenham.
Brenham. And so I think he'll be fine going into the next season. I think he'll have the offseason to get healthy. That was kind of the whole thing this past year was he was just trying to get healthy this year. But when he's on the field, I mean, you saw the progression he had, and just being a pure dominant running back. So, not a bad pick at all. And Jake Sneed, I mean, it's awesome seeing the growth he's had offers wise this offseason, man. Everyone's coming through John Cooper and offering him. I mean, I think he's almost up to 10 offers so far. I mean, we've said it forever of just like he has what it takes to be there. When the ball's near him, he's catching the football, right? And
Yeah.
so he's tied in one in private school next year, and that's a great pick for you, Ryan Schroeder.
This is
You
my
go.
argument. Darren Peterson doesn't play basketball. Still going to be a top 2 pick. So
That's,
think about it from that perspective.
I mean, he's
Also, this
the
doesn't count after today. So I'm just going on pure talent at this
That's
point.
fair. That's fair. Honestly, after Wayne, I think he is the most offered guy in private, or third behind Cooper too. So you're not wrong. All right,
That's
Wes,
crazy.
back to you.
All right. I want to know if I want to stick to the strategy, just kind of keep going sicko mode here.
I
You know
really,
what? You did likely get the best receiver off the board in private school, but I'm gonna make a reach for probably my favorite one to watch. Um, in private school, I'm gonna take Lincoln Schleif. I
I
It's a
I
knew
good
you
pick.
would.
he is a playmaker. And it's just I literally think like there's some dudes you like watching D4 and you're like, yeah, man, they are really good for D4. I say it with the utmost confidence. You put Schleif at any level of private school and he's an all-state receiver. Like
Yeah.
I'm dead serious on that. Like
Yeah.
that's
Hmm.
not just a pick because that's my guy, which he is my guy. He is electric and I need him to build out my receiving core.
Very fair. Very fair. And I 1000% agree with you. He can play at any level.
He has to.
Um, I think for me, I'm gonna focus in the trenches here. Now, I have my weapons on the outside. I need to boost through the trenches. I'm gonna go with my tackle. I'm gonna go Colin Weeks from John Cooper. 6'7", 300. What more do you want? Nice. And as well, I think I'm gonna do the other. I'll move him inside and let him play guard. I'm gonna go Barrett Bray from Fort Worth All Saints.
Hmm.
Um, he is a dude, multiple year starter on this offensive line at Fort Worth All Saints, and definitely had a knock for maybe being the best Division II lineman last year. Dude was an absolute stud for All Saints this past year.
Does that flow down back to me now?
Yes, it does.
I don't know if I want to do it, but I kind of want to do it.
Do it. Unless you're picking my guy, then don't do it.
Who's your guy is the question. You know
Uh,
what?
Brecken
Yeah, I'm
Rogers.
gonna do it. I'm gonna take a quarterback, and that quarterback's gonna be Logan Lucero.
Okay, that's
I feel
fair.
like
Wow.
it might have been a little bit early, and I probably could have waited and gotten better value for it. But that's the dude I want slinging the rock. 100% serious. I do think that he will end up being one of the best quarterbacks we have ever seen in Texas private school when it's all said and done. And I was looking at the list, and like I was legitimately thinking through this. I'm like, who else would I want at quarterback over
That's
Logan Lucero? And I was like, there's not really any. It's like Divine's like the guy that comes to mind, and I was like, outside of Divine, I'm like, I'd take Lucero over all these guys.
Dude,
you
so
would.
you're yeah.
Most of them. I'm scrolling through fast.
No, I get what
Lucy,
you mean. There's an argument for sure over all of them.
Yeah,
no,
there's none
there's
that I look at that stand out that I'm like, yeah, I want him over Lucero.
I get
I
that.
mean, I'm not going to pick a quarterback yet because I have time at this point. I
Yeah.
mean, literally, Austin is littered with them. But,
Austin runs with the 27 this year, by the way.
dude, 100%. I'm going to take my sweet time with quarterbacks now because how many do you get? You get two?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, that's
yeah.
I'm straight at this point.
Yeah.
I'm going to go down
That is the right
to,
strategy.
I mean, he was just sitting here and people were just scrolling over his name, dude. Give me as my second DB. Dude, my DBs are gonna be stacked. Holy crap. Give me Caleb Cruz. Very happy about that pick, by the way. I am very happy about that.
As you
And
should be.
then I'm gonna go, dude. Dude, my defense. I'm really not a defense first guy. If you've ever listened to the podcast, you can clearly tell I'm not a defense first guy. But I'm also going to take with my other pick on the way back round. Give me D4, Mr. George Anagostis, for the linebacker position.
I can't believe I'm trying to keep track of so many moving parts. And I let him slip through my fingers. I'm not happy
Dude,
about that.
I'm really happy with my team right now, dude. My goodness. I literally came into this being like Walker West, you're gonna have to kind of like,
I
help
mean,
me out here a little bit.
uh,
Very happy with how things are going right now.
All right.
you know what? I'm gonna get probably the second guy I had on the list. At linebacker. I'm gonna take our TXPS linebacker MVP. I'm gonna take Houston Bynum at linebacker. I think he is an absolute dog. Obviously, he slept on a little bit because he plays for the Tomball Christian Homeschool Warriors, just because
That-
they're not, in taps. That if you watch that dude play, he is a monster. You need to turn the tape on. I'm very happy to have him join the program.
No doubt. I will say this too. Is he going to be at homeschool next year? That is the question.
That is a question.
Like we said, everything is in the moment right now, only for this podcast only.
No,
So
I
take everything
mean,
as,
yeah, it's more of a hint towards is he going to transfer to another school?
oh.
Um,
Science point. Never mind.
One to watch.
One to watch.
Anyways, for me, I know who I want at my DB spots, and I think I'm gonna wait on it for now. D line,
Dude, I still get two more DBs. Oh my good. You get 4D line? Wow.
well, you get 4-3 defense type of thing.
Yeah, this is how a normal roster is set up. I am just like cannot believe we have this many left.
I think, dude, I don't know what I want. Okay, I'm gonna continue to do defense on the and bolster the trenches. I'm gonna go Deacon Morgan at my edge spot, and do Deacon. So you have Kingston in the middle, Deacon on the outside,
That's a good pick.
and I'm just gonna go for my like right tackle. I'm just gonna go strong. I'm gonna go Simon Johnson.
Mm.
Long 6'6", 270. We have now height and length on the outside tackles.
I'm trying to see who else that I'm gonna need here. Another quarterback. Probably need to build out some receivers. I might need to get a DB at some point. Let me see. Got Coleman and Cruz. Take a gander here. Uh, I'll take a DB. I'll go with G. Rich, Gavin Richardson from Fort Worth All Saints. He was very, very good the past season. I think I need to get a defensive back on the board because now I'm realizing when we start snatching up receivers, if I don't actually focus on that, I'm going to get torched in the back end. And for that reason, Gavin Richardson is now being added to the Wes Tolleson team.
So you just pivoted?
I've completely switched my strategy like four times at this point. We're
Okay.
putting
I've
players in spots.
I've now done more trenches than you.
Yeah, no, you have.
So I'm trying to decide where I want to go for this. I really I mean I have to get a wide receiver. I know I have Jake Snead, but he's technically a tight end. I really could go back to the well that is Houston receivers and just take another incredible Houston receiver, which I think I might do. I'm just trying to see if I like anyone from the Dallas area better. I do. I love Jonathan Phillips. I don't really. Man, I like. There's a couple other guys too. Bo Pearson. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna give me Amir Parks Brooks from Houston St. Pius. Um, and
Good one.
then I'm just gonna make my linebacker class absolutely unstoppable, and we're gonna go Braden Raybuck for the third linebacker. I'm stacking linebackers, but I think at this point it's just like, why not just make it an insane linebacker group?
Dude was a stud last year.
I
6'1",
think
pure
so.
athlete.
I think I'm going to go back to the well of offensive linemen. Take the new addition to Liberty Christian of Ryder Weidenbaker at center, 6'3", 300 pounds, going to be a junior um, from Shelton to Liberty Christian. I think that's going to be a man that's going to move some bodies, and we're getting back to the script here of massive offensive linemen.
So I'm gonna. This is cut. The new guy who just got added to Liberty Christian is Henry Angeli. Is that who you're talking about, or do you mean the guy who played for Liberty last year, Weidebaker?
Did Weidenbaker play for last? He played for Liberty last year.
Yeah.
Said he got added. July of 20. Oh no, it is 26.
Yeah,
Oh, I
their
didn't
choice.
realize he
I'm just
posted
I
that.
didn't know I didn't want you to get confused before you make that pick.
No, no,
I'm
I'll
all
rock.
I'm
I'll
all
rock with
unfair. I think for me, I'm trying to figure out my kind of receiving core a little bit. You got my tight end, which sucks, but I mean Gabe Starling's almost a tight end. All right, I'm gonna go one of the fastest players in TXPS as my um as kind of my slot receiver. I'm going Baron Meacham.
it. That's a good pick.
No one, I mean, that's kind of my slot guy. And then my other receiver, I think I'm gonna go. There's so many talented guys. There's like multiple Division One guys still are on the board. Like there's a lot of guys. I'm gonna go T2 Williams from Fort Bend Christian, rising sophomore. I think he might be the youngest guy so far, but um, he brings something different. Like Gabe brings kind of the size, brings the speed, Tremont brings kind of like the mix of both, right? And elite
Does.
athleticism, true Division One guy. I'm excited to see what he does this year.
I'm going to go back to the well of Liberty Christian offensive lineman and go grab a tackle by the name of Henry Angeli, the transfer from Ponder. What is it? I think it was, I saw like 6'5", like 260. Still got room to develop. I think he'll put on about 15 pounds in the offseason. I'm liking how the way this is shaping out. Him and Sydney, I think Sydney Rouleau is like 6'9" or something insane. So I like where we're at with the edge. And I think those two guys are going to seal the edge for Buckhalter. Buckhalter will have good chemistry with Angeli and Whitebaker already because they're all Liberty guys. So there's a plan in here somewhere. I'm not really sure what it is. I'm significantly less confident than last draft, but I think we'll be all right.
Fair enough. Back to you, Schroeder.
All right. I think the route here now is to just find dudes that are just absolute playmakers, especially because I have no defensive lineman yet. I'm just gonna take a guy that knows how to find the quarterback, and he knows how to do it well, and he's got a coach and a father that could probably wrestle to you to the ground as well. Give me Hunter Black on the DN for me as my first pick here, and then I'm actually gonna. You know what? We'll throw it up. I talked about on that I wanted him, and I think I'm gonna double down on it that I'm gonna get him. Let me get another wide receiver, and I'm gonna go get Jonathan Phillips. Just an overall playmaker. Definitely athlete, very much like I'm gonna take him as my athlete, Jonathan Phillips. He is the quintessential athlete. He can do just about everything. Give me Jonathan Phillips, Mr. Taysom Hill.
Our athlete of the year for Tops Division One,
Yep.
Mr. Taysom Hill. I like that. That's good.
I am going to go, and again, this honestly is probably dumb because I don't think y'all would take him. I think I'd have more time, but I want to get him off the board. I'm going to go with the man that I've called basically baby Speedy Nettles. I'm going with Dylan Belt from Dallas Christian. Now, the interesting thing here is I can put him at either defensive back or wide
Yeah,
receiver.
yeah, you can. What are you gonna do?
I, I was gonna say I think he's more valuable receiver, but genuinely he might be a better DB, kind of in the way that Speedy was. I think there's more flashy plays on the offensive side of the ball, especially that one-handed touchdown that didn't end up counting. That was one of the best clips we got all year. That
True.
being said, Dylan Belt's going as a receiver on my team
Dylan Bell is going as receiver. Okay.
as a receiver, correct?
Okay. Um, I don't like that y'all kind of picking up the DBs a little bit, and so I'm gonna go for my 1A, or not 1A because Coleman's off the board, but like 1B and 1C. And I'm gonna go Kingston Thornton, from Parish Episcopal, multi-offered Division One guy, long, lanky guy, kind of saved them in the state championship this past year. Absolute dude. And the other guy is newly offered from Texas State this past offseason, Logan DeBose, 6'1", lanky corner. I think he's an absolute dude.
Hmm. Very interested. Now I need to go back and see if we've taken these guys off the board. Let me look. Let me look. Let me look. Um, I'm gonna stay in I'm gonna stay in the DC realm of things and take a linebacker, Jack Lamond from Dallas Christian. I really really liked watching him play next to who's the stocky white kid working a
Oh,
bodybuilder Barr Jackson Barr.
yeah.
Both him and Jackson Barr were insane. I think he was a big piece of that, got overshadowed by Barr a little bit, but it's just like the to use Ryan's word, it's the quintessential DC linebacker, just jacked, no swag, built, and will destroy you. And it's fantastic to watch. So we'll take Jack Lamond at linebacker.
Well, good point.
I'm gonna be probably the first guy and the only guy today to pick a 2030. Give me the brand new Friday Night Tyke like
Oh my gosh.
Chris Booby from Dallas First Baptist.
That's insane.
It's like it's like the Thunder. He's doing the Thunder route. He's banking on the young prospects to
Yeah,
develop into something
yeah.
special. And I mean, there's not a better young prospect in TXPS than Chris Booby.
Number one in Texas, according to his
That
bio.
that genuinely is so crazy.
And then I'm gonna double down on picks that have other meaning in terms of picks that I'm making just for the sake of making them. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
actually gonna go get Carson Campbell,
Ah, dang it.
which is
Good
good
pick.
because he's actually good. But
Yes.
then we're also just gonna funnel funds into the school, and then year over year we're gonna actually create more opportunities for kids to come in. So in general, I'm building for the future, like you just said, Wes Tolleson.
That was literally my next pick on the list was to round out my offensive line was Carson Campbell. Now I need to go and look. There's a few guys that I had thought about.
Dude, I love my
You know
roster.
what? This is not a guard at all, but I'm going to put him in a guard spot because I'm a psychopath. I'm going to take Wyatt Powers from Grapevine Faith. He's a tackle. We're shoving him at guard because I don't care. I want a 6'6" guard.
I would I would
I think
move
all
Relo inside if I were you, by the way.
isn't Merlot like 6'9"?
I'll look it up for you.
He definitely is. Big Sid, 4-star O tackle. Oh, he's 6'6".
You
He's
could put a
6'6", 260. Wyatt Powers is 6'6", 250. So actually,
yeah.
Powers should stay on the.
It's
Yeah,
something
yeah, move low inside. I really don't care. It doesn't matter. They're going to maul everyone that we put in front of them.
newly SMU offered Wyatt Powers.
There we go.
That is
I'm,
your that is your offensive line officially done, Wes Tolleson.
no, no. So let me look at how this is shook out. I've got Wyatt Powers, Henry Angley, Kanan Smith, Sidney Rouleau, Ryder, Weidenbaker, and Ryan Powers is not an offensive lineman, not close to it. No, I like how that shook out. I'm very, very confident in that. I think it's Walker.
It is me. I'm trying to figure some stuff out, man. Um,
I can't believe Ryan took Chris Bowie.
Love it, man. Make picks that no one else wants to make.
um, I'm gonna go. What do I need? What do I need? I definitely need a linebacker, but like y'all aren't gonna go for those, so I'll wait on those. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna keep stacking up them a little bit, and I'm gonna go defensive line. And I'm gonna go Connor Evans on in the interior defensive line. For my first pick, just just a dominant force at the line of scrimmage in TAPS Division 3, and I think he'd be there any level, honestly. Um, I'm gonna go another guy that like there are better guys on the board, and I can't believe I'm doing this with my last pick, but like I just think he is such just a special athlete that he's gonna grow into something really, really crazy. I'm gonna go Joe Norman from John Cooper.
No!
Like he is sensational, and as a freshman doing what he did at John Cooper, I think he's just gonna be another level next year. And there's a lot of like there's true Division One guys still on the board in the 27 class and even the 28 class. But like, how can I not pick Joe Norman?
He was I thought I had more time to keep him hidden because I was absolutely going to take
Well,
him.
I
And
know that's why I waited. I waited a couple rounds, but I have received the
well,
course done now. I have
That,
Gabe Starling, Baron Meacham, Tremont Williams, and Joe Norman.
That's great.
that's pretty solid. Despite you to say that I was looking at any linebackers, I'm going to take Colin Angelo from Austin Regents. I think he's going to be a fantastic fit. He's not a big beefy guy, but I don't think at this level you need just absolute tank. 6 foot 185, just rangy, but also kind of
Yeah.
like a certain Dallas Christian linebacker that I fail to remember the name of, but just kind of like basically packs an insane punch.
He
Um,
he he's a very versatile weapon. He can play DB. He can be in the box. Like he's a good weapon fit. That's a great
all
pick.
right, so I'm actually taking Colin Angelo, both linebacker and defensive back. We're splitting him into two.
Colin one, Angelo the other.
Exactly, it's perfect.
Ryan, over to you.
Oof, man, I'm really stuck in a hard place here. I'm wondering if I just go quarterback now. I'm gonna go back to back D line here, and I'm gonna go Easton Jefferson, and I'm gonna go Brecken Rogers. I'm gonna get both of them. Get a little bit of outside and inside action here. Um, I don't know, provide a little bit of a different look, but that should put me. I'm
That's a good
evening it out a little bit, evening it out. Everything has a couple more slots for me left, so which is good.
Brecken Rogers, new to private school. Uh, January transfer to Parish Episcopal from somewhere in I think Keller. But 6'5", long, lanky defensive end.
I think I'm going to keep the trend of defensive lineman going and take a 6'6", 235 rangy dude at All Saints named Hudson Harbuck. At this point, like if I see that you started and contributed for with All Saints on either side of the ball with the dominance they had, you're getting your name in the book. Add to that to the fact that Harbaugh, again, height is also a big factor in that. And his tape, he's a good disruptor. I really, really like what he could bring to the table. We're going to slot him in. I think that's two defensive linemen
Yep,
for me.
you
Yeah, I
can
got.
you can do
We're going
more
to see if the rest.
edges,
I'm going to
but
see if I can limit the rest of my picks to all Saints players and see how this team comes out. I should have done that off the rep and just only took all Saints players.
fair enough. Um, all right, I'm gonna go to safety spot. Guy who just got offered by UNLV. 28, Jaden Nelson, absolute dude. He'll be my safety. For 6'3", 6'2", long, lanky guy. Can run. I like him. And my other one, I think running back in private school is a very not as deep position. And I'm gonna get my second guy. And there's a lot of great guys on here, but I think the guy who's going to kind of shock the world next year was RB2 last year, going to be RB1 this year. I'm going to go Jackson McKinney from Parish Episcopal.
I like that. I like that pick a lot. I think he's going to be really solid. I remember from the first game of the season, um, parents telling me like, "Hey, like I know, oh my God, I forgot his name.
Jackson McKinney.
Uh, do what?
Jackson McKinney.
No, not Jackson McKinney, Pitt State.
uh, Marcus Hanish.
Marcus Hayes, thank you. I can't believe I blanked in that moment.
You did
We
it.
can never
I
do that
didn't do
again.
it. I didn't do it.
But like I had people from Paris telling me from game one, hey, like Marcus Haynes is obviously the dude, but like y'all need to have your eye on Jackson McKinney moving forward. Like he's a dog. And just seeing him in limited spurts, he's a firecracker. He's gonna be a really fun one to watch.
No doubt.
That being said, I don't know, I've got so many tabs open, dude. Um, I am going to ride. I'm gonna ride with Tucker Brown from Dallas First Baptist. I
I
really, really he's a dog and he's an understated guy. I don't think he has Twitter or any social media he's got a real presence on. So it's not a guy that's gonna pop off the page. It
yeah.
sounds stereotypical because I'm talking about like a white safety, but he's smart, he's always in the
Yes.
right place. And not just that, he makes plays. I mean, he's consistently first team all district, first team all state every
Yeah.
year. If you actually watch Tucker Brown play, you know that he's an insanely talented DB and a dude that I don't pick lightly.
No, he was gonna be my pick, and then I kind of went for more the collegiate prospect and Jaden Nelson. But there's not a better football player at the safety spot really coming back next year than Tucker Brown. He was
Yeah.
incredible last year. 100% agree. Schroeder.
All right, let's go get this other running back. Uh, and I'm gonna go down to Houston. Let's go get Miles Stewart.
Miles Stewart, dog.
Miles Stewart, Jacoby Dixon. Kind of like that 1-2 punch there with them two.
You went
And then
to kind of bigger backs. You didn't really.
yeah,
You went for like bruisers kind of thing.
I like that though. I like
No,
that
I
though.
get
I
it. I
think
get
I
it.
th- we got quick receivers. We got Jonathan Phillips, and I don't even know what you call him at this point. You call him Taysom Hill is what you call him.
Yep.
Uh, I think the next route I'm gonna go. I think I'm just gonna take the other wide receiver here, and I'm gonna go. I want to make sure he's not taken yet.
Mm. What does the
No,
dog think?
he's not taken. I'm gonna go. All right, pivot. Sorry.
Jaden Bryles
And
is
then with the
still on my
second the second part of this, I'm actually gonna move down back to get my final DB that I need. All right, I need two more. Okay, perfect. I need two more. And I'm actually gonna get my old English teacher's son. Let me get Miles Heaton.
Wow.
Sure.
Great player, by the way. He's gonna
Miles
be awesome
Heaton,
this year.
Mr. Heaton's son. There we go.
Nice tape.
Beautiful.
Very
Okay.
good tape.
I think I'm going to go back to the well receiver because Lucero will need some guys to throw to. I had some ideas. You know what? I'm gonna go with Beckham St. Peter from Trinity Valley. I love Beckham St. Peter. His film's really good. I remember in the game against, he didn't have a whole ton of stats in the game against Country Day that we watched, but he's incredibly smooth. I really like the way he plays. I know it's, no, I don't think anyone else would have drafted him. I wanted him on my board, and I like that pick a lot.
Fair enough. There is a That's an interesting one,
So I
personally.
hit what do I
I like
say?
Beckham St.
Extremely
Peter.
loud
No,
and
I,
correct
I, I'll
buzzer.
stand by
I
it.
really like him as a player. I did not think he was gonna go. Um, okay, what do I need? What do I need? I'm gonna go Brock Robinson from Fort Worth Christian. I think he played a little bit of center for Fort Worth Christian last year. Uh, Big guy, started as a freshman on a Fort Worth Christian offensive line. I think he's gonna be my pick at center this upcoming year. On the other side, I'm gonna go potential, and I don't mean it as a disrespect, but it's just because he's going to a new school this year, and I think he's a dominant force, and I'm very excited to see what he can do with Coach Page. I'm gonna go Amiri Sykes, who is now at Second Baptist. Long, 6'4", 6'5", long arms, prototypical defensive end, can just flat out rush the passer. So you have your Deacon Morgan, who's more of a strong side, hold the line, and then you have your pass rusher on the other side. Big time player. Very happy with that pick.
Hmm.
That rounds out
Well, that was literally the my next pick on the defensive line. How many more D linemen do I need? I
you
need
two.
one,
I
two, I
would
need
say
two
kind of your
more.
interior type of dudes.
Yeah,
But I mean, it's your defensive line. If you just want to go speed all over the place, who's
I mean, I
stopping you?
could. Hang on, I'm gonna look at something real quick.
Yeah,
All right,
why?
I'm gonna go with Hudson Dietz from Dallas Christian. I think it's on the defensive line. I think it's becoming increasingly obvious that I'm favoring my North Texas brethren in this draft. I do like Hudson Dietz a lot. I think he's solid. And
Good
I
player.
needed a defensive lineman, so that's the logic.
Had like 8 sacks last year, right? Big
Yeah.
time player. Schroeder.
Okay. I'm loving the two picks I'm going to get here, by the way. First off, let me get the SBC. I think he was the leader in interceptions last year in the SBC. Give me Will Lemons as my last DB, which is great. Overall, I really like that crew of people. Jackson Coleman, Caleb Cruz, Miles Heaton, Will Lemons. I'm very proud of that group. All right, then the second half of this, I'm going to go Jaden Bryles, All Saints. Go 2028, Jaden Bryles. Still young, uh, rising junior, and
Yeah.
that'll close out my receiving group.
Thank you.
I'm gonna take a DB, going off some inside information I've heard coming out of All Saints camp. Apparently, Nolan Luffy has had a very good offseason. I'm taking as many All Saints players as I physically can. I'm
Dude,
going to
what
state
is
that.
this at this
I'm
point?
stating that for the
This
record once again. They're the best team in private school. You don't play on that team unless you're really good. It's the trans. Well, it's actually not the transitive property, but it's somewhere. It's somewhere in that line. But yeah, I'm taking him.
That's fair.
Legitimately the funniest thing ever.
I guess now I have to. I'm getting down to it. All right, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna take a kicker.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm taking the fourth Christian kicker, Evan Rosencrantz,
Oh,
number
that's
one. Um,
fine.
don't do a return specialist, by the way. Do a kicker or punter,
It
please.
just says special.
Yeah.
It does just say special. I guess absolutely the best kicker coming into Taps next year. Great player. I think he's going to be a top 10 kicker in the country, I believe, from what I've heard. Like, absolute dude. So, getting the first kicker off the board. And then, man, I don't know.
Your
Um,
linebackers are looking a little weak here.
yeah, I know, but like y'all aren't gonna go for him. I guess I'll go for them now. Um, I need like a run heavy linebacker to start out. Oh yeah, I'll do him then. Give me Marcos Solares from Houston St. Pius. His tape is always great. And he is a great run defender in the box type of guy. So I'm gonna go. That's my main Mike linebacker, Marcos
God,
Solares.
I came up with a hypothetical if him and somebody else got locked in. I think it said if him and a gorilla got locked. No, it's him and another person in TXPS. If they got locked in a cage, I forget. That was a good
You gave him a
hypothetical.
good nickname. I forget what it was.
I've handed out a lot of monikers over the last 6-ish years. I've forgotten the vast majority, except for the Boogeyman. That nothing will ever top Max All the Boogeyman. I fear that I set that bar too
I
high
think
too
you
early.
said something similar to that, and then I remember him reaching out and be like, "Is that good? Was Mike Saul good?" And you're
Yes,
like, "Yes,
I forgot
yes."
he reached out. Yeah, it was like the nightmare, like something crazy, but it sounded cooler than that. That being said, I'm also going to take a kicker. I'm taking Luke Norman from Second Baptist. Objectively the best kicker, and better than Walker's kicker. I am now petitioning that Ryan Schroeder cannot pick a kicker, given all of the mess he's talked
Perfect.
about.
I agree.
Uh, all the mess he's
Cool.
talked about private school kickers. Ryan will have to have an offensive guard at kicker as punishment.
I don't care. We're not
No, no,
kicking
no,
the
no, no.
ball. We're
Ryan has to
we're not
kick his
kicking the
own field
ball.
goals as punishment.
We're not kicking the ball ever. Like literally, you will not see anyone from the special teams on the field at any point in time. Even what's the onside kicks only? And Cooper Whitney is going to kick all of our onside kicks. Okay, so
He'd probably be good at it.
dude, he's good at everything. All right. Now I'm gonna take my double quarterback. I'm gonna go back to back here. I'm gonna get 3-4. Let me get Nico Anderson and Crawford Moffitt back to back.
I don't like this because I have literally zero time. I'm like sandwiched in between you two, and I have zero time to prepare for my picks. I also was on my phone for the last like 2 minutes, so that's kind of my
It's
fault.
not shocking with this group of people.
Blah, 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 blah.
If people are still watching at this point, hoping their name is called, I hope they didn't just like.
Everyone's just like slowly scrubbing through the episode to see
Yep.
if their name pops up on the
Yep.
visual.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna go with a quarterback. Didn't I hear you just take Nico?
I took Nico and Crawford.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and roll with 29 quarterbacks. Taking Jackson Franco. I want no experience. Actually, I say that they both started last year. I'm taking Jackson Franco. I'm taking the two best 29 quarterbacks in the state of Texas, bar none.
Mm.
It's probably right.
I said it. I planted the flag.
Probably
Lucero,
right.
yeah, I actually there I do actually believe that to an extent.
Lucero
There's a
is
kid
definitely
from
going
Willis
through.
that's really dang good, but like both
No,
of
he's
them
not.
they're in the top 10 for sure.
He's not Logan Lucero though.
That's true.
Not Jackson Franco.
Very true. All right, what are we doing now? What are we doing? Oh, I'm gonna go with the guy for my tight end. Y'all will have no idea who this is, but watching film for the retreat, I am very high on this kid. His name is Johnny Goff from Houston St. Francis. He's
Sure.
going to be my tight end. 6'3", 2028. Just long, lanky, explosive. He's going to be a Division I guy at a small school. Deserves more love, and I'm going to give him to it here. Give me Johnny Goff. with my first pick. And my second pick, all right, I'm gonna do a guy who kind of came onto the scene this past year, in the top of top of D1 and was a great player. I'm gonna go Braden Bixler from Prestonwood Christian. Um, dominant force, uh, first team all state type of guy.
I am going to, you know what? Why not? It's the last tight end name I recognize on the board. I'm going with, wait. Was Cole Schuster a tight end or a receiver from Brook Hill?
Tight end. He's a tight end.
Yeah, he was. Because I remember watching film on him in the offseason. He's solid. I have to ride for East Texas as well as All Saints, so we're taking Cole Schuster at tight end.
Good pick.
Alrighty, we're getting down into the weeds of it now, if I'm being honest with you.
Yep.
And I'm really just about to give me
St. Thomas
Tate
tackle.
Herb. Does it count?
Yeah, it definitely counts.
Sure.
Cool. And then we're gonna go. Give me Antonio Castillo.
Where from again?
LSA.
He's still on the board. I don't know what position he plays.
Doesn't matter. Putting them
Doesn't
all on
matter.
there.
Throw him in the meat grinder.
Throw- that is my offense. Line.
It's just like
I waited the whole time.
it's just a potluck Sunday church dinner of just smorgasbord.
I'm gonna have some. I'm gonna have some of the best running backs in the state. I'm gonna have Jacoby Dixon not gonna be able to go anywhere. Nico Anderson's gonna run the ball. I'm gonna have Jonathan Phillips not gonna be able to get anywhere.
Cooper Witten's going to play wide receiver, linebacker, left tackle, and punter.
Yes.
He's a big boy. He's 6'7", 300, by the way. Antonio Castillo.
Perfect offensive guard.
Is it my pick now?
Yeah.
Will Newhouse from Second Baptist, the Sports Center man.
That's
All
very
in
good.
there.
Yep.
Shame on all of you for not picking him. He's the only person on this list that's made Sports Center.
He made one play.
He
No,
made
that's not
several
true.
plays.
He makes more plays than that, but he made one very good play.
One of
He
the more
made several.
clutch guys down the road. So
That's true. All right, Walker, what do you got? You got to pick your other QB, Walker.
yeah, I'll do that right now for y'all. No, I'm gonna do it because I think the potential is gonna be awesome. I'm gonna go Donovan Warren from Bel Air Episcopal.
That's a good pick. He did really
Good
well
pick.
last year in the SBC.
And it's crazy that I'm not picking another, but I just think what he's gonna do with the receiving core, the skill guys, and everyone else at Bel Air Episcopal is gonna have this year. Whew, it's gonna be scary. I'm gonna go my other offensive lineman. I need a guard. I think a guy that was actually pretty solid last year. I'm gonna go Jacob Gray from Houston St. Pius. I know he kind of played tackle, but he has the size to play inside at the next level. So I'm gonna go Jacob Gray. So Wes, back to you.
I was going to go and take, hang on. Can my athlete be a third quarterback?
Yeah, I mean,
That's what mine is.
Colson Collins from the John Cooper School.
Oh no! All right,
We're running a three quarterback system.
sure.
Lucero,
I mean, I'm doing.
Franco, and Colson Collins are all going to be on the field at the same time.
Sounds
Who
like
are
that
we
one
subbing
play
out?
that
I don't know.
It sounds like the one Ravens play, the Heisman play, where they ran. What do they run? They run. I don't even care. All right. Moving on. I'm gonna take my kicker right now, which everyone may think that's kind of crazy. I know I have Cooper Witten in there, but just for actual sake, I'm gonna take the guy that me and Wes saw in person first week of the year last year to get the game winner over Paris Episcopal. Assuming that he's still at Fort Worth All Saints, which I assume he is, and quite literally he will be a sophomore this next year because he was a freshman last year. Give me Carver Johnston from Fort Worth All Saints. One of the only guys in private school that I've seen that can actually make a kick in the clutch.
Well said.
Didn't your kicker hit a 3-yard field goal?
Drygus is one of one.
Yeah, he's a senior too.
Drygus is one of one. There's other guys. No one really in private school can kick like Drygus. And so I think that's just kind of how I see it. Going to the state championship and seeing guys that can't kick kind of just It hurts you inside, you know.
Real. All right. Uh, back to you, I guess, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then defensive
Uh,
lineman wise, I'm going to take. I saw he's on the board still. Give me
no.
Ryland Kimpson, please.
Oh, thank God. I'm gonna take probably the best name remaining on the board, assuming yeah, no one's taken him yet. Major factor for defensive line, formerly of Fort Worth Country Day, who was sniped by Fort Worth All Saints. 6'5", again, if everything's based off height at this point, I did probably need a thicker, for lack of a better term, prospect in the middle. I don't care. I want athletes. Can you stop bringing the door, dog? Sorry. I want athletes at this point. Major factor is that we're taking him on the defensive line. I'm gonna go let the dog out.
Who let the dogs out, guys?
No one's
Take my
watching anymore.
dog.
We've lost all viewership at this point.
All right. My two picks are now linebackers, and I'm gonna kind of go for my second interior guy, but very athletic. Uh, I love the Houston area. Been around there too much now, and I'm gonna stake around there. I'm gonna go Von Trail Benton from Houston St. Thomas. Um, just great athlete, good dude. And my other one, I'm going to take one of your guys, Wes, from Fort Worth All Saints, sophomore Jet Thomas, who I think is going to be an
Mm,
absolute dude.
mm.
Um, Stuck into the role as a sophomore, started pretty much the second half of the season for All Saints. Is a great player. I think he's going to be an all-state linebacker next year already, but he's going to be even better next year, and that will round out my team. Wes, to you for your
It's late enough. I'm trying to look if I can do something insane. Let me see. Just out of
interior.
curiosity, do we remember how many rushing yards Caleb Quitmato had for Geneva School of Bernie?
I think it was all passing. I don't think he was a rushing guy.
That being said, I'm going to take Braden Alexander from Grace Communities, my backup running back. Absolute bowling ball. Definitely not at all because I went to Grace Community, but I like Braden Alexander as I think my final pick
Yep.
in the draft is.
And the last pick of the 2026 draft for fantasy, give me Diego Romero from Austin Regents.
Good pick.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Interior
You did
guy,
it.
great player. Definitely collegiate prospect in the inside.
Well, there we go. After what is that, 26 rounds of drafting, we have finally reached the end of the Texas Private School Media second, not annual, second ever fantasy football draft. If you have any opinions, leave them in the comments. Who drafted the best team? I'm sure there will be something on social media regarding a poll on who drafted the best team. I can't tell if Ryan Schroeder is asking a question or he's saying that he drafted the best team.
Yeah.
I'm sure that we'll have some wager where buys the other two's lunches in Waco the next time we go. We'll figure it out. All
Yep.
that being said, this is something really fun we do. I think it's also a really cool way to just get a lot more shine on individual players in private school.
And there's so
It's
many more. There's so many
oh, I know.
dudes
That's the
still.
thing is you build this list, we still have to leave so many people off of it. It's a fun time. But that being said, that'll wrap this up. Keep an eye out. I know that by the time this comes out, everyone will have seen a lot of invitations being posted on social media for the
Yeah.
Texas Private School Media Invitational Retreat, as we do every year. That's coming up on July the 11th, which will be here before you know it. A lot of work going on behind the scenes, but we are incredibly excited. One of our favorite things that we do all year. So keep an eye out on the horizon for that. In the meantime, we'll be bringing you content likely probably a couple times a month, once every couple weeks. We'll have a coaching carousel as well as transfer update here in the next couple weeks, as well as content going on our website periodically, just getting updates ad hoc throughout the private school space. But all that being said, as always, thank you for watching. I have been one third of your hosting crew, Walker Lott and Ryan Schroeder, have fantastically been themselves. Have a wonderful evening and happy March Madness to all who celebrate.